more. Today we are looking at a typing comparison between the 7 and the 8. This can be confused a lot because they are right next to each other on the Enneagram. The type 7 is known as the enthusiast, the type 8 is known as the protector, the challenger. So you may be a strong you may be a type 8 with a strong wing 7 or a 7 with a strong wing 8. Hopefully the information in this video today will give you some additional clues for how to determine which one is your dominant type. At the end of the day, it does come down to your core motive. For a 7, it is to be free of emotional pain, is to be satisfied and to have freedom. For a type 8, it is to be strong and powerful and in control so that nobody else can take advantage of them, so they are not left vulnerable, or anybody in their inner circle could be taken advantage of or be vulnerable. They're going to be the protectors of that. That's kind of where that name comes from. They do have some other commonalities that we'll go over, and then we'll get into those key differences to help you start to narrow it down a little bit more. Now, they both are pretty self-assertive. They are in that assertive stance with the 3 as well, going far and fast, future-focused, and going after what they want, not thinking they believe that they are deserving of it. They believe that they can have it. It's just a matter of going to get it. They also both very much resist any type of control, any type of limitations, and the way that they go about resisting it, though, is just a little bit different. We'll talk about that in just a second, but neither one of them are here for that. They tend to be pretty pleasure-focused, pleasure-oriented, wanting more of a good thing. An 8 will want more intensity of that good thing, having lust as their vice, their emotional pattern, and a 7 will want more good, pleasurable things, with having a variety, with gluttony kind of being their core passion, their core emotional habit. They both have a lot of energy, very high energy. 8s tend to have the greatest energy of all on the Enneagram, but 7s are right behind them, really being fueled by all their ideas and possibilities for the future. 7s are known as that idealistic optimist on the Enneagram, whereas the 8s are kind of that hard-nosed realist. So you have kind of that contrast, but both high energy and going towards what they want. Now, the differences come in when we look at number 1, their relationship with pain. 7s avoid it at all costs. They will rationalize it. They will try to escape from it. They will reframe it. They will explain it away, whatever they have to do to make it sound good. Whereas an 8 just accepts that pain is part of the process. Like, yes, it's here. I'm going to confront the conflict. I'm going to deal with it head on. 7s are really focused on variety. We kind of touched on that a little bit. They want a variety of experiences. There's so many things to experience in the world. They want to have a little taste of all of it. Go to as many cities as they can, have as many experiences, meet as many new people as they can. Whereas an 8, more than variety, they are focused on intensity of that experience. They want a deep and intense experience more so than a variety of experiences. We talk about they both will rebel against any sort of limits or control. 7s tend to have what they call like a soft rebellion, where they may make friends with their manager so that then they don't have to be told what to do because they've made friends with their manager. So kind of some calculated, maybe sneaky rebellion, whereas an 8 is just going to directly head on, hard-nosed, rebel, hard no on that. I'm not listening to you. Absolutely not. It's my way or the highway. 7s are really focused on freedom, whereas 8s are really focused on power. 8s have a strong gut reaction. They are in that body center where they are thinking what needs to be done here. They may not be able to explain why they know that's the right answer, why that's the right thing to do. Their gut is telling them and they listen to it. And they tend to be pretty grounded, even though they will have some very intense, usually anger emotions bubble up and explode. Most of the time they will reground themselves being in that body center and tend to have a pretty practical outlook on life, whereas 7s, on the other hand, are in that mental head center. Spend lots of time in their head thinking, what should I do here? Like not what is there to do, thinking what's the right thing to do, what should I be doing, make a pros and cons list. It's kind of sometimes spin in their head. Sevens make a lot of plans, planning, all the possibilities, all the ideas, and they tend to not be as practical and actually struggle with being grounded. They have a brilliant mind. They are very quick-minded. They have all this ability to make connections and see all these creative things come together, but they struggle with staying grounded and sometimes making those happen and actually being practical about what makes sense, what ideas make sense to actually bring to life. So those are some key differences that hopefully give you some additional clues as to what you are. If you're still struggling, I'm going to invite you to book a session in a Know Your Number session where you and I will dive more into these key differences. There's more that we can kind of get into, and we'll explore that and what it means for you individually. And then if today was clarifying, yes, I know I'm a 7, or yes, I know I'm an 8, but now what do I actually do with it? Also going to invite you to come hang out in a Know Your Number session, saralynco.com/Know Your Number. And inside we'll talk about how to use your type in the work that you do, in getting yourself more visible, in marketing to clients, in becoming that expert, getting more visible in your industry as a leader, as a business owner, and how to leverage those strengths and navigate those roadblocks. saralynco.com/Know Your Number. Love to see you inside, and I will see you back here for another